I can do the important ones. Blue's not important. No one cares about blue. All right. So we got Mayfair, got Kent Road. No, just Kent. No, what's it called? I'm
Old
not doing a
Kent
good job.
Road.
Old Kent Road. No, I meant the other one. Mayfair and Mayfair. No, that's the same thing twice. Park Lane. That's the fucking Christ. I didn't realise how hard this would be.
So rule number one
Oxford
is you've
Street.
got to name all of the places
You
on the
have to
Monopoly board before you can start.
Whoever can name the most goes first. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the FTR1 podcast. Today, I'm joined by number one superfan, Jack Oscar Wilde. Jack, what's your favourite Oscar Wilde book? I know you're such a big fan.
My favourite Oscar Wilde book is that time he played Apocalypse in X-Men Apocalypse.
Brilliant.
Anyway.
Brilliant.
And my other guest today is Yogurt Pot. How are you doing?
Is that me? I thought I was the pot.
You can be whatever you
Hang
want.
on. I don't like change.
No, it's fine.
Stop it.
Stop it.
We can do.
Now
we
that
can
the
do- we can go
banter
with that,
section
that's
is
fine.
out of the way, us raucous boys are very down with the kids. And
It's
we
too hot in here.
drink like you, we party like you, and what's more of a party than watching esports? So we decided to make the official esports game drinking rules.
Those words, slightly
Nailed
different order. And you've got
Official
Hang on.
esports drinking rules. You want to play a game while you're drinking? You can do this.
Drinking. Official game rules. Drinking esports.
Official rule. Game esports drinking. Official.
Game?
We need to make a generalized
Incredible.
moveset applicable to all esports that you can play.
So I think it. Now the best drinking games are, say it with me, ridiculously overcomplicated. So I think it needs an associated board game.
A board.
Yeah, I'm glad we arrived at that together. It needs a board because it's a game. I mean, game's got to
Can
have a
I
board.
suggest-
About games.
You want to know
and
something?
alcohol.
Precisely.
You want to know something else that is normally an element of drinking games? Playing cards. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
what
that's what I was
if
exactly-
we make a modular drinking card?
You ever just spilled tea all over your crotch?
A modular drinking game where you roll a dice to progress and you basically have all the cards in a line upside down, and when you flip it over, you check the list. Doesn't mean we have to come up with 52 rules today, but
I think
I think that legitimately sounds like fun and also like a stupid drinking game.
now, okay, I like the zealousness. That's not the right word. Anyway, I like how up and at it you're going with these ambitious ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should dial it down just a tad. And now, so the board game thing, right? We got. So what I'm thinking is it needs a deck of cards and a board game, but not a board game we've invented. This game's got to be able to be played in most households. So we need to think of a board game that most people are going to have in their home and repurpose the board for our own purposes. What better than Monopoly to do that? So, fuck all the houses and the money and all that nonsense. Monopoly board, deck of cards, Bob's your uncle, Overwatch League, happy gamer, sad gamer, pass, go, collect 200 millilitres of Zambuca.
Brilliant. That seems like a lot of Sambuca.
I'm thinking about it, and that's a hefty shot at least.
Yeah.
That's like half a cup.
Well, I was thinking possibly, if you don't want to make that many rules, if we have overlying variant on diamond, hearts, clubs, and spades. Actually, we only need to make 13 rules. And maybe the suit determines the amount of alcohol drunk or something like that.
Okay. But how does it tie into the esports that you're watching?
So basically, when you play, you basically turn over one card, and then when that card gets activated, when you first turn it over and like the thing on that card happens, basically you're playing the game, and as you're progressing you're opening up more cards, which therefore you're going to get drunker at a quicker frequency the more cards
It's
you've
going to get more
gone
complicated
on.
as well.
So basically the first one you land on, it might be like when the host says blank, drink 3 shots, drink 3 sips, that's fine. Next person goes, lands on the same card, no more drinking rules come up. But if another one gets turned, then you have 2 rules. So basically it's who can get to the end before they pass out drunk.
Who can turn over all the cards
Yeah.
and be awake
Yeah.
and also understand the esports that's happening before the prize? Because some esports is rather complicated. And if it's
there is
Steam
something.
hammered,
There is
I
something.
know from experience. You look at it. The amount of times I've been looking at Overwatch League and I've gone to someone. I can't explain why, but I'm pretty sure that was impressive.
The final card is just
I think-
recap what has happened.
The recap.
Every
and
play.
the
In order-
game
In order
in
to win,
chronological order.
yeah. In order to win, you have to get to the end and recap what has happened since you started at the beginning of the board. And if you fail, what happened in the esport, you have to go back to the beginning and you have to make your way back up again. And it only ends when somebody has predicted what has happened in the esports, or you're all dead
Okay.
from alcohol poisoning. Look, the details can be worked out later, but I think this is a good concept.
It is. I'm liking the premise. It definitely needs some work.
It needs some work, but I think the general
Okay.
thing of the cards represent different things, and the suit
Certain conditions that you're waiting for.
represents an overall condition.
It's sort of like bingo, but you find out what you're looking for. as you
Maybe
play.
it is bingo, and you use the
We can't just do
playing
gamer
cards,
bingo.
the playing cards as bingo.
Can't just do bingo though, because then
No.
it's just right. Lay out the thing, lay out all the cards, and then just wait and
So I was-
look and
It's
wait
a bit
and
more.
look.
It's a bit like a snakes and ladders type thing.
Yeah,
where-
there needs to be a progression on a board somehow.
Yeah. Where like if
In
you've
some
got
form.
like a say like a 1 to 100 like grid, like sort of like loops
1 to
backwards and
52.
forwards up. Well, okay, in this case it's 1 to 52, but and then under some of the tiles are cards, but how do you know which cards are where, or where to put which cards,
Every
So you
even
got
number
any
is a
tile?
card,
or
or
just
every odd
even
number. Every odd or every
What?
even number.
What if, circling back to Monopoly, it's not Monopoly. You're just going around in circles rolling dice, and every time you land on a property, that property is you take the value
You
of the
draw
property,
it.
you add it up with the cards that you all have a hand, and so you round it down to the nearest 10 or whatever. So if it's like 150, that's 15, and you can trade cards, but the cards do the bingo properties, like. And you can trade the cards for the property, and then somehow that helps.
I don't understand.
Still working out.
and I don't
I don't
understand
understand what you're saying.
Right, no, so okay, right. I roll my dice. I go forward to Old Kent Road, and it's like however much it costs. Let's say 100, and I go, I want that. I'm gonna get. I've got cut my cards, my deck of 52 cards. I've got some of them, not all of them. Don't worry. Are you with me yet? Right. So
You've already lost me.
So I pay the 10 of diamonds for Old Kent Road, and that gives me the ability to do something good.
So you got
And now I have Old Kent Road. That means something. And if I want to
So
do more things with
you're
Old Kent
kinda
Road,
saying
someone
that,
has to pay me a similarly a card that is of equivalent or a combination of cards that is of equivalent value to 10.
Well, no, surely that would be where the alcohol comes in, and that they have to. Your
Well,
card,
I was thinking
whatever,
like all the
whatever
cards
card you're
do something
gaining-
whilst you have them.
You know what? Okay,
Yeah,
scrap
so,
the
like,
playing
if you-
cards. I've got a simplified version of this. So
No, it doesn't. We can't simplify.
you
It has to be
land on
complicated.
you land on a property. You get that Monopoly card. That Monopoly
Okay.
card has a rule associated with it, that
a drinking rule. Yeah.
a drinking rule, okay, that everyone has to play at. You need to get, say, depending on the number of players, a certain amount of sets to win.
Okay. So it's Monopoly Deal, Monopoly
I was
Esports
also,
drinking.
yeah,
game.
I was also thinking that having the sets maybe either gives you some sort of extra ability.
I think that's the
within
win
that drinking
condition.
rule, or makes you immune to those drinking rules.
Yeah,
when
maybe
you're
if
going
you
down
get
them.
the set, you also become immune to those drinking rules.
Yeah.
And
Winning
similar
in
to
drinking games
Monopoly,
usually
where
just
when
means everyone else is
when you have
unconscious.
the set as well in traditional Monopoly rules, you double the rent. So when you have it, everyone else
This is-
doubles the amount of
Yeah.
alcohol they
Double
have to
the
drink
drinking.
from them.
Yep.
And therefore,
Okay.
we obviously
Have we
put.
just have
we
we actually
put-
invented
we-
the
we-
game here, or have
we
we just
val-
stolen
no.
drinking Monopoly?
I think
No,
I
because
think
it's
this
going to
is
be
good.
gamer related, Matt.
It's
We haven't
gamer
brought in
related.
the gamer
You
side
don't
of
have
it
to
yet.
pay for the
There will be
properties.
gamer rules.
The properties nearer the end of the board are more devastating. We have the wild cards, which are the railway and the waterworks and electric company, and
Fuck off all the other ones. All the other ones don't matter.
chance and
Like community
community
tax and all that
chest. We'll say those are like a drink or something. If you go to
Yeah,
jail,
all the irrelevant ones are like not important.
if you go to jail, there needs to be a rule for jail as well. But
There needs to be a rule for jail.
that's a game. That's a game. I can handle
That's a
that.
game.
It's
We've got a game.
It's simple enough that people can understand it, but it will get complicated enough that when you are drunk, you will stop understanding it because there'll be so many rules to keep
Yes.
track of. It's the
Which for some reason
it's
is
the
valuable
perfect.
to us.
So it is, to update the title, the official
Official esports.
Monopoly esports.
No, it has to be a play on the word Monopoly because it isn't Monopoly. It has to be Notopoly. Because it isn't Monopoly. We have no ties to the Monopoly company. Or Hasbro, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
The
They can solve
official esport Drunkopoly
You haven't pressed
drinking game
enter.
rules.
Drunkopoly, that'll do.
Or, if you want to be an anagram,
Yes. Yes. Just shuffle them round
It's-
until it makes a word.
Toadger.
No, we can do better than Todager. We could just shift around the words and make it like
Todger.
Dodger or
Todger.
Todger
Todger. Which
Grid.
or Todger. I think we can make Todger.
Yeah, we can
make
we
Dr.
actually make
Todge.
Todger.
I like Dr. Todge.
Togger.
I think
Togger.
Togger. Wanna play some Togger
the official
during this Overwatch
Drunkopoly-
match? The official Drunkopoly drinking game esports rule. Which makes somewhat amount of sense.
It's the official Drunkopoly drinking game esports edition rules. Maybe we can expand
Or
this out
we
to other
or-
Drunkopoly whilst watching a film. Like
Oh my god,
movie
oh my
night
god.
Edition, or
The card conditions are going to be so generic. It's just like something happens. Drink.
someone.
Oh my god, I've got an actual word.
both
Points
in
were
the
scored.
esports game and in real
It's
life.
Dodger.
Real life or the film. Dodger.
Drunkopoly official drinking game esports rules.
Hell yeah.
Do you
That'll
want
do.
to play
That'll do.
Dodger? Perfect.
Drunkopoly official drinking
So-
esports rules. Yes. We're off to the races.
Okay, so
I mean, the esports.
additional rules / card. Now let me briefly
We need to remember
get all of the
the
Monopoly
cards.
cards.
I bet we can do this.
Right.
Okay.
So you got
Right.
old.
Kent Road. What's it called? It's not called White House, is it? It's called Whitehall.
You've
Yeah.
Is that it? Is it Whitehall?
That's a place in
Yeah, right.
London.
we'll do the properties
Pall
first.
Mall.
Pall Mall.
You've already
and,
skipped to
uh,
pink.
We've gone.
What's
we've
the
gone-
blue one?
We've missed out on like.
Do you want me
what's
to-
the blue
Look,
one? Angel Islington.
Islington Square. Yeah. Angel
It's one of them.
Islington and
This is not. I'm not gonna manage this.
Look, guys, I'm just gonna.
You're
I'm gonna be
from
real
London,
with
you have
you.
no
I am.
excuse.
dude,
Just-
that doesn't mean anything.
I've decided it does.
I can do the yellow ones.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Angel Islington. What's
You
the
got
other blue
Angel.
ones?
Islington.
Oh, are they not the same thing? I thought they
No.
were.
First off, it's
Angel
right.
is its own
Fuck.
one. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think you're right.
Whoa.
I don't know. I'm not sure. You know
Mate,
what? You know what? Right. You know what's
Leicester
depressing?
Square,
I can
Coventry.
name all 52 states. All 52.
All 50 states. Go.
I can name all 50 states of America, and I can't name the 12 or so the Monopoly board
I think there's.
London areas.
Yeah. You've got Regent's Park.
That's not a blue one.
That's a dark green one. I've gone the other
Yeah.
side of the board.
I can do the important ones. Blue's not important. No one cares about blue. All right. So we got Mayfair, got Kent Road. No, just Kent. No, what's it called? I'm
Old
not doing a
Kent
good job.
Road.
Old Kent Road. No, I meant the other one. Mayfair and Mayfair. No, that's the same
Park
thing
Lane.
twice. Park Lane. That's the fucking Christ. I didn't realise how hard this would be.
So rule
Oxford-
number one
Oxford
is you've
Street.
got to name all of the places
You
on
have
the
to
Monopoly board before you can start.
Whoever can name the most goes first.
Edgbaston
how
Highway.
now?
Eucalyptus Avenue. There's Wimbledon Wembley. Northumberland Avenue. That's not real. Bow Street is real. Is Northumberland Avenue real?
It might be.
It's
I-
the
I swear it's
final
probably-
pink one.
Yeah, I was thinking. It
For
sounds
God's-
like it could be one.
For somebody who wants to do the Monopoly board, you don't know a lot of the Monopoly board, do you?
Vince Street.
Oxford
Oh no, it's
Street's
just because he
there.
can't type. Ah, so there's Marlborough Street, Vince Street,
That's.
Strand. He nailed. Good job.
I've actually.
Yeah.
I've
Fleet Street. I remember that one. Okay. What else we did? There's the red ones like Trafalgar,
Yes.
and Strand is also red. No?
May,
Then we're on to the
Marylebone,
yellows.
which
Leicester,
is
is
Leicester
it-
Square and Coventry
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah, Coventry, and what's the other yellow
The
one?
other yellow one that is
Piccadilly,
not
of
important.
course. They're all vaguely
Piccadilly,
yellow. Actually,
yeah.
that makes sense. Regent Street, Oxford Street.
And the 3-word one, I think, maybe not.
Bond. You're
Bond
dreadful.
Street, 2 words.
Then we got your Park Lane and your Mayfair,
Oh, we haven't
and then
done
you've
dark
got
greens yet, have we?
no. That's Regent, Oxford, and Bond. You pleb.
Oh, I thought that was orange.
What?
Which one's
You
orange?
need to leave. You need
Which
to leave
ones are
London.
orange?
He did them in order.
I did them in
can't read
order.
them, It's tiny. I don't
Then
know.
go on to
You
the
should
actual
recognise-
sheet. You've got access
I
to it.
can't because I only have one monitor, don't I? I can't.
Get
do
your
it.
fucking phone out. Look at it.
Unbelievable.
I'm using my phone, Christopher. It's here.
Get your
Hello, phone.
fucking
This is my phone.
iPad out.
Genchurch Street Station.
Hang on. Let me. Ah, yes,
I'm gonna have to make a
I can
supercut
read.
of all of the terrible things you've spelled wrong. Okay, this is the last one. There's no more room after this one.
Well, it's
Community
gonna
chest
be.
is the bottom. I can't.
No.
I've got jail.
Just right. So get rid of all the stations and just make them train stations, and then do
Yeah.
utilities, and then do prison, or whatever it's called. It's not called prison, is it? What's it called?
Jail.
Go to jail. Yeah, go to jail. Yeah.
What about free parking?
Free parking's there. Yeah, sure. Free
Yeah.
parking means you get a Skyver drink off your mate.
Like all good drinking games, you get to drink the drink
We
you didn't bring to the game.
We
because
can
it's not what
we
you
can make
wanted to
community
drink.
chest and chance community chest and charts are basically the same thing anyway.
Community
they work
chess sounds like a King's Cup if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, whereas chance I think is more of a. I think chance is more of a roll of dice, whatever the dice lands on.
But we're running out of stuff. Get rid of tax.
Tax, but there's 2 tax
Wait, hang on,
spaces.
No one
There's the
likes
2 tax spaces.
There's super tax and normal.
Super tax and tax. So we have to put them on there.
We could do something like, I know what we could do. We could simplify it so that it's not every individual street. It's just the colours, and the more expensive colours do a more powerful version of whatever it is, or something like that.
Shall we just
So
put
let's-
tax down as like? Well, if we're doing that as the King's Cup, community chess can just be tax, can't it? We'll just have more.
Yeah.
We'll just have a bigger.
It's all the same.
It's
innit?
gonna be a king's bin along this line of how many
bin.
times you'll be able to, and then go is
Darn you, Spider-Man!
and
I'll get you if I'm not the king bin.
And go's the boring one. So when you land on go, everyone goes, "Oh man, he landed on go. That's so boring. Why didn't they put a rule in?" And then you can put in your house rules for what go means.
Yeah. Past go is always a house rule. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Brilliant. So I've got every single one, and it took.
Genius.
Brilliant.
You want to know the best thing is
Mine-
that even
Well
though you
done, lads.
I can't believe this.
We can cut that down. That's fine.
Yeah. Half an hour we've been doing this for, and we have got
Yeah.
this far.
It's fine.
Dodger,
It's,
that we
you
got
know,
the name of it. We did that.
the Dodgers the name. There you go. It's got nothing to do with esports so far, but hold
yeah,
on.
That's what I was just thinking. 'Cause
the critical hits and Xbox 360s are going to be rolling in soon. Just patience. Yep. Make sure to go through and correct all the spelling mistakes.
Yeah. I think it's only in
I told you it was the Angel Islington, you liar.
Yeah, that's what was on there. The only one that was wrong was Pentoville, where I missed an N. Otherwise, they're all correct.
No, Matt was trying to tell me that Angel Islington was 2 different cards.
No,
I
it's
mean,
one
they're very
card.
close together in London, but I wouldn't say
They're
Yeah.
very close together
place.
on the board.
That's
They're
why
so
that-
close together.
They're on the
They're the
same page. Okay,
Right.
so
I think
The
the colours
rules.
should be vaguely themed
the vaguely themed.
because that's fun.
Yeah, I think
No,
I like
no,
the
we-
Colours
idea.
correspond to certain coloured alcohols, like orange is beer.
Oh,
and
that would be lovely, but that requires
dark blue.
we
is
need right. This
That
game
would
needs to be
that would
made in
require
mind.
8 types of alcohol. How will they do
Yeah.
it?
Like poor first year students do not have the maintenance loan for this nonsense. Like, come on, it's bad
Yeah.
enough we're asking them to have a Monopoly board and esports.
Yeah.
That's what are they made of?
What are
Money.
they made of? What are they going to do? Go to their university?
Who bring different alcohols? It's not
Yeah.
that hard to
8 friends.
organise.
Yeah.
Or 7
Man,
friends.
you're asking a lot. Alright.
Okay,
What
so
if, what if it's Billy No Mates and he's playing it with his one housemate who's doesn't really drink or watch esports?
I wouldn't play
This is-
it.
this is a
Say
game
is
for
not the
everyone.
game for-
No, this is a game for everyone.
This is a game for
Matt,
everyone.
stop being exclusive. Why have you moved
Second.
things?
No,
What are you
I'm
doing?
just I'm being clever here.
I'm scared. I hope so.
So, because you want to do it that we have similar rules for each section, I'm just going to colour in
Ah,
the back.
okay.
So then
Colouring,
it's-
yay.
Yeah.
I love colouring. Right. So, how about we start with just some good rules, and then we sort of figure out where they should go later.
Yeah, I like
Okay,
that.
So, we've got to start off with let's start off with the big ones. What's a big gaming moment?
Mayfair. Mayfair is the most important thing. So whatever the
What? Yeah. I
Okay,
know,
so
but
first
I
off,
mean, like,
somebody
we
getting
literally just said we're doing.
Okay, somebody
Who drinks
getting
first?
salty.
So, okay. Well, I'm talking about the big ones have to be like rare and explosive.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if they happen,
Okay.
everyone's dead.
I think one has to be kind of like being, to quote, I don't know what the technical term is, but getting absolutely shat on by the other team or player of the game. Like
Okay,
getting
okay, a steamroll.
Steamroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Okay,
team
so we'll have one
PK.
for steamrolling. We'll have one for and this one is actually more common than you think.
Okay.
The technical difficulties happens all the
Yeah.
fucking time.
What about tactical crouching?
Oh yes, that's basically that's somehow common, like possible in almost every video game on Earth.
Yeah.
There is an equivalent for teabagging in everything.
I love the fact even in Smash Brothers they removed the taunts and then everyone just resorts to teabagging.
Yeah, it makes it worse.
There's a
It's
tier
literally
list. There
worse.
is a tier list for Smash Brothers on who has the best
Wow.
crouch for teabagging. And
Who's the best one? out of
King
curiosity?
DDD because he does a sexy woman pose when he
Oh
crouches.
yeah, you told me about this. Okay, the casters slash like talent slash desk
Yeah.
fumbling somehow.
So
Anyone swearing also. That's always a biggie.
thing,
If someone says fuck, that's got to be a big one because that doesn't happen very common. That's
yeah.
a rare find.
swearing. I'm gonna put salty up at the top, and then we can order these.
Salt has got to be like that. That's so common. So
Yeah.
yeah. So under the salt sort of vibe, there's smashing a keyboard or like smashing a mouse. That happens every now and then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there some sort of like thumping the desk for salty?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rage
Your
quits
desk
type.
slams. Those are definitely present.
Rage smashing, I'm gonna call it. Just in our
People
notes.
chucking their
smashing.
con- like,
We'll
people
we'll
chucking their
expand these
controller
when we
across the
determine
wall.
them, and we'll add some flavour once we're there.
Yeah. We're just getting down the sort of general events of esports that are worth drinking to.
Well, if are we
Reverse sweeps. Reverse sweeps are a biggie.
reverse sweeps? Yeah,
comebacks.
That's
that's a
thing,
reverse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awkward interviews.
Oh
Those
yeah.
are very common.
Yes. All of the interviews with the nerdy player, the gamer after they've won.
Like
the
some of them
game.
are fine. Some of them are really charismatic. Some of them,
Yeah.
it's
Can
it's
we put down? Can we put
cringe-worthy.
down? Focus on one of the few females in the audience or
Oh
in the
yes,
scene.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's one of those ones where it's like if it's an esport that has a female player that's actually around, you're gonna be slaughtered.
No,
It's not common.
I've called
Look
it
a
look a female.
It's depressed. Yeah, absolutely.
Can we put down as well for Korean esports? Look a white guy because that happens. I had a friend who went to go see a StarCraft tournament live, and the entire match they like set up a camera next to him and like zoom into him every time something happened. It was hilarious.
Definitely. What else we got? Fans stealing the show somehow.
Yeah, fans stealing the show.
Yeah.
Something
which
about
is not necessarily the same as cosplay, but like
Yeah.
there are some excellent cosplays.
Yeah, something about
and also some awkward ones too.
Yeah, you've also got like with the Overwatch League, it covers like the signs and such.
Oh yeah, the sign memes are very strong
Yeah.
sometimes, and then sometimes they're useless.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like how this all kind of works well for like fighting games, which I watch a lot of. So you know we're doing good here.
Yeah, I'm trying not to like. I'm well aware that a lot of these are coming directly from specific memories in Overwatch.
Casters fucking losing
sure
it
most of them
over like, you know, just like it's such an iconic thing. And that's probably a rarer thing because they do it a lot. It's like
Wait, is that
when
casters
something
losing it
incredible-
as in like just completely like brain melt, or is that like rage? Because I've seen some caster arguments.
I've seen we can do
it's
caster.
all
I think
encompassing.
caster arguments as well as
There was one time a guy
I'm-
called Golden Boy. His like casting partner called him the Barney the dinosaur of video game casters, with a lot of hate in his voice. It was brutal.
No, I was thinking more of like for Smash Brothers. The first time Mega Man was in a tournament, he used his Final Smash, which has all of the different Mega Man. It's like feature rich, and the caster just goes, "It's fucking Mega Man!" It's like they fucking lose, and the crowd goes mental. And it's just in fighting games specifically, you get some casters who just go fucking nuts, like, oh my fucking god, what did he just do? It's like I love that shit, and there's gotta be some representation of caster fucking losing their shit over something happening in the game.
Sponsors.
Yeah, sponsors are going to be down at the
And
bottom.
I feel like
That's a very
we could
common-
devote an entire family of cards to sponsors, because there's like multiple, there's like cringe sponsorship, I don't know,
Yeah.
constant sponsorship, and
Yeah.
like
We'll fill it up, and then the week
actually
after.
like quite funny.
When sponsors interrupt the actual game as well, it's just when the
Yeah.
overlays get all messed up.
Oh my god.
Someone
So-
behind the scenes
Yeah, actually, no, that's a good
just-
one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Overlay fuck ups, which is a
Yeah.
separate thing from just technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Okay, no, yeah, we
Well,
can have a family of technical difficulties. You can have like camera issues, overlay issues, and muted casters, which
I
happens
think-
way too often.
Yeah.
I think you have the casters family as well, like the arguments.
I think there's so many
losing it.
things for casters. I think that there should be
Yeah.
like caster argument, caster losing it, and fumbling should be definitely a
Yeah.
three.
Like game developer like appearance, like at big events they'll sometimes have. Oh
Yes.
look.
Oh, they do
Yeah.
that sometimes. Yes, like
Yeah.
announcements
Like,
where they just
yeah,
they
yeah.
just completely piggyback the show and announce like some new dumb map or some shit.
Yeah.
Look,
No,
we have we have a season pass now. Woo!
Yeah, we have a season pass. Give us your money.
Look, everyone, an exclusive skin you won't buy.
Yeah, I think that's quite
Um,
good. And I'm pretty much saving
Okay,
this
well,
chance community chests just like that. They're
Yeah.
completely separate shit.
I was just about to think
Yeah.
like what should the trigger for the community tax thing be?
Community tax. I think it's.
If it's gonna be a King Cup, then
I think it'll be when you land on it for that one, just because then like.
oh, of course, yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
think
bullshit.
for chance
But,
and
but no, but
community
what triggers drinking it? Is what I'm saying.
what triggers drinking it. I think
Just when it
think-
fills up, or should it be?
Yeah,
I
because
think
I suppose if it's like because you can keep going round potentially. This game could go on for quite a while. It could just
Yeah,
be
hours
every
and hours and
fourth-
hours. Yeah.
Every fourth
I
time.
think-
that
I think-
person who lands on it the
Okay.
fourth time has to drink it. And then
I
it
would
re-
put it
because-
down as like
Or-
a set. So like for Overwatch, it would be once you've got like
Just like at the end of a map.
yeah.
But
at
then
the end-
who
at the end of a map,
who drinks
It's-
it?
or at the end of a
It's
match.
esports specific. Whoever's in
Yeah.
last place has to drink it.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Okay. Oh, wait, how are we doing? Who's
Well,
is it
presumably
just who
it'd
has
be
the
down to,
least
like,
number of?
who's got the least number of properties or who's had the most to drink.
Yeah.
So if you're
I think
already,
it might be just choose the drunkest person and kill him.
Choose the drunkest person. It's up to your decision.
Or no, or just choose the least drunkest. I like that.
The least drunkest.
Yeah, it's a catch-up mechanic.
We'll sort it out at the end, because we'll do the main chunk of it first, and then you can kind of. We still got a couple of slots to kind of do.
Game glitch.
Game glitch.
It doesn't happen a lot, to be fair, but I've seen it once or twice. That should probably be a pretty big thing.
Yeah. We've got game glitch. I think you've got.
Someone's just called it Zero. What have you done? This isn't Zero. This is Dodger. Shut up.
Yeah.
Who's done that?
Who
It's
did
not
that?
me, because I don't even.
Might have been me.
It's you. It's you.
Who did that?
You're the one
Who
sharing the
how
screen.
dare
It's
you?
you.
How dare you? I'm gonna change that to a 0 and that to a 3.
It's my game attack.
Yeah.
Dodger.
It's
with
my
a 0 and a
game
3.
attack.
The game.
Oh, stupid game attack.
Um,
Whenever they say
yeah,
stupid
I was
game
thinking
attack,
that,
like, it's going to be interesting the next round when they go against Poop Face. And it's like, why do they call them that?
Okay.
Like, stupid gamer tag, is what he said.
But
Cringe gamer tag.
is it only when they
Gamer
turn up?
tag said.
Because in some
Said
formats
or
it's like they're there for the
displayed
entire
on
time.
the screen.
Every time you see it,
No,
if
so
you've
it's
got
like
some
so not like
cringy name,
so not like
and it's
so
just
not like if it's
constantly
like
flashing 4 hours.
so it's like if they're on the screen and they're playing the game, then that's one. But if they like cut away and they cut back and the name's back on the screen, then that's a.
That's a.
It can be a common
for
one.
the
It
number
can be a
of cringe-ass
common one.
names, there is a man in the
thing
Overwatch
is,
League
I
called
think-
CoolMatt69, and they didn't allow him to put 69 in his name, so he put it on his shoulder
Well,
as
I
the
think-
number.
I
And
think
he's,
hopefully
like,
with the amount of people we kill with
that's just
this
one of them.
drinking game, we can make some positive change in this world with this rule.
Well, I was gonna say, I think maybe like some of these sets.
I think you can play it by ear. If it's something that like it's changing perspective all the
smaller
time, not
sips
then. But if
that
it's
are
like in a
associated
fighting
with
game,
them, bear in mind they're going to be touched come up more frequently. Whereas
Yeah.
a caster losing
a
their
reverse sweep is like a
losing their
down
rank
the drink kind of
thing.
thing.
It's
yeah.
like a down the
Yeah.
drink type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What else we got?
'Cause
Well,
then there's an element of strategy brought into the game of which properties you should buy with your
Popping off.
alcohol.
depending on what game you're watching, that's genius.
Yeah.
I think popping off like when the game
Okay,
when they
that's a
like
good one.
stand up and they go, oh, yeah, look what I've done. I've played the video game correctly. It's all gone well. You know, I think that's what they say during those. I'm a gamer.
I'm a gamer.
I'm a gamer, guys. I know
Look,
how
man,
this
it's not a
works.
phase. I know what I'm talking about.
I know what. And then I think we just need one more because sponsors technically is going to take up 3. This needs to be important. This is the final one, not adding onto the list, and if we think of something better later.
We haven't done many actually like game-related ones.
Well, it is esport related. I think like
True.
we've got technical difficulties, steamrolling,
90% of
tactical
the
patching.
esports
It's
is
mainly
not
it's
the
mainly
game,
because
it's
when
just-
when you go into when you go
Off-meta
into
picking or something.
actual game stuff, then it's like it becomes trickier. It becomes more specific.
Or just like
to the
yeah,
game.
but I mean yeah.
like
something
button
more
mashing
like-
maybe. But then like that's not really a thing in
Or
shooting.
like a
Depending on
rogue-
depending on the game,
rogue-
that's the entire game.
Going for like a rogue strategy.
I don't-
Yeah, I was gonna
like
like
the
playing
game.
playing a jank strategy.
Mhm,
TM.
Yeah.
Meme/jank/
Meme
rogue
comps.
strat.
Meme comps
Yeah.
are definitely a thing. That's applicable across all of esports.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say you get comps in fighting games. You just
Well,
get
no, but
meme-
like it's just
No, but
playing
I think
Panda.
that's-
You know, like there's
yeah.
always one.
Yeah, playing meme or jankily,
absolutely
but I
always
don't think we
one.
can
Like
use
the meme-
comp. Yeah. And then we can add in more when
No,
we
yeah.
think about
Well,
it. Because we've got
like,
enough.
comp-
Just put like meme
strategy.
strats or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, meme strats.
What else is there?
What is it like? Like Galaxy Brain play, Galaxy Braining,
Yeah. Okay.
and
yeah, the
five
forehead shit.
heading.
5 heading. General 5 heading. Permitted.
And 5 heading. Okay, I think that's enough, and then we'll review some of these or combine them, and then we can always add more
Okay.
later. So I'll move
Alright,
it down
so-
slightly, and we can start on brown.
We should group up. Oh, we didn't even. I can't believe we forgot something as simple as just like complete utter like gamer misplays.
Yeah, I think that
Like
falls into
misplays,
5 heading.
No, like a
Let's
complete
say
like
the
a 5 head is like
antithesis.
the opposite. Yeah.
What? No, 5. That's a Galaxy Brain.
Gamer
a
do
5
good and
head.
gamer do bad.
Yeah, that's
No,
Galaxy
a 5 head is a
Braining.
smart thing. A 4 head is a stupid thing. God, you're not even a real gamer.
I'm a real gamer.
God, mum.
There we go. Yeah. There we are. So, I think Old Kent Road. Now, think about it this way.
Yeah.
Old Kent Road is not entirely likely to be landed on, nor Whitechapel, because you can get sent to go.
So there's a way of doing this.
But actually, no,
right,
there
so
isn't a way
we have
to get sent to go.
we have 2 groups of 2, and everything else is groups of 3. There is one group of 2 that's really rare, or like hard to powerful, and there's one group of two that is the most common thing. So
Yeah.
I think the most common thing should be like
So,
gamer do good, gamer do bad,
yeah.
or maybe that. To be honest, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I think either that or salt and then rage smashing. Like that's. Actually, is that
Well,
common?
because there was a third one in that list. What is it?
Yeah.
It was rage smashing, salt, and no, there wasn't. I was thinking of like teabag.
I think if we have it that you're using
those two.
just one dice, then I think that eliminates the issues that would normally crop up. Instead of, because in Monopoly you usually use 2 dice.
Right, dice for what?
Moving around the board.
Oh, of course.
Just going around the boards.
Did we keep the utilities in, or not?
Yeah, they're not.
Because
We're not
Yeah,
gonna
the
use them yet,
utilities are in.
Yeah, because that's another 2. That's another 2 sets.
True.
'cause
Yeah.
I think
Spread out.
the utilities being the salt mines and the rage mines might work pretty well. I quite like that. Yeah, we'll do. Also, the most common place you're gonna land on is the train stations. So whatever the train stations are, that's a 4, and they're all across.
Yeah.
I mean, you
that
could
needs to
just
be
make
very
them
cool.
one thing, and then that can just be the most common thing.
Yeah, and the number of tickets you have is the number of times everyone drinks or something. Like if you have 4
Yeah.
stations,
It's
when the thing happens,
the
every other player drinks 4
multiplier
times.
for
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. So, Old Kent Road. Are we doing like galaxy braining and foreheading?
I think that's reasonably good, just because those will happen a lot.
Yeah.
Well, no. I think we should combine popping off and Galaxy Brain, because those are, depending on the type of
Yeah.
game, playing clever and playing
No,
skillful.
well,
are
I'm
basically the same.
thinking popping off is more the person is physically popping off, like they are going, they're celebrating like nuts.
Oh, but that, like, in most games you don't have time to. Like,
No.
you can't just get up and celebrate.
Yeah, but that's normally at
Because
the end of the
Until
game. That's
until
why
the
I'm
game's
saying like
over.
that one's probably going to be a bigger one because it's normally at the end of a set or an end of something, or once.
But then
you've
it's
won
just
that
whoever
round.
wins.
Yeah.
No, because we're not.
They're always going to be happy, aren't they? Like, what?
Not
If you win a game,
really.
you generally cheer
Not
when you
really.
win.
If you
What do
do
you
shit,
mean?
if it's a close game, like, or if it's just a
Yeah, the closer the
curve
game,
stomp.
the happier you'll be when you win it, because it'll be a tight match. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, it's just it doesn't happen all of the time. The pop it because normally if-
Winning and losing doesn't happen all the time.
No, because when you pop
Not
off,
in
it
my
means that you're
esports.
When thing is, you're not thinking about fighting games at all here. Because if somebody loses a fighting game, the person who wins will probably be sat there, and the other person will probably stand up and fucking smash their control into the ground. And the other person's just there like, I would celebrate, but that man, it looks like he will punch me if I attempt to celebrate. I think it just.
But in any other game.
Also,
there isn't-
if
one v
if
ones
you
are
if you're
saltier,
watching
but-
StarCraft, do you make me believe that StarCraft players are going to be popping off when they win a match? No,
Yes.
not jumping out of their seats.
Yes.
No, I'm not seeing that happen at all. They're just
Right. No. Unless it's a complete stomp and it was easy as hell and it was very boring. They will be celebrating.
I'm not
Sure.
saying celebrating. I'm saying like going nuts with the celebration, aka popping off. I'm not saying just winning the game. I'm saying that if you like go nuts celebrating it, which is what popping off is.
Never heard it used in that context.
I've also never heard it used. This must be a fighting game thing.
yeah.
Because, But in the rest in the rest of esports, popping off is just like a crazy play.
Yeah, when you start
Like,
getting,
popping off
when
is
you
like
start
a
steamrolling, when you start
kill
like,
streak or
getting the
something.
ball rolled. Yeah,
Steamrolling. We've already got steamrolling on the
No,
fucking list.
steamrolling is like the entire
like a
team just
Yeah.
whereas
consistently
individual
dominating you.
steamrolling is
But you can't
Whereas
make-
popping off is like, oh,
But you
that
can't
one
make
player
those
for about
separate
5 seconds
things.
was incredible.
You can't make those separate things because there's some esports which aren't team based.
No, I get that, but
No, I know,
but there's a
but-
different. No, steamrolling is from start to finish. You were dominant the entire way.
Yeah.
Popping off is a specific instance, like a play of the game, basically.
That's
It's
galaxy
popping off.
braining.
Yeah, that's why I said we should combine them.
Yeah, but I'm saying that popping off is a separate thing.
So popping off is just
so we
celebrating.
just need to, yeah, like going nuts celebrating.
Okay, then rename
Yeah.
it because there's
because
it's
we're
not-
gonna keep getting confused by it.
Yeah.
That was a great discussion where I immediately said, no, these are different things. This one is for like doing an amazing play, and this one is for like going creative and that. So we went in a whole circle and we arrived at the exact same point.
I still maintain that it's. I mean, maybe in 1v1 stuff it won't happen.
I think it just comes down to the community who are playing the different games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it does.
You
Yeah.
know, the
Because-
kind
because-
of vibe of when you win. Some people will just like a chess player doesn't go.
No,
Yes,
yeah,
I've won
yeah.
my game of chess. Flip the table.
Yeah.
To be fair, if
But
you
like
watch,
almost every
if you
Overwatch
watch
game I've ever
Twitch-
seen, the ending, the winning team
Yeah.
will be like, jumping and
Yeah.
team hugging and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
if you watch
Yeah, I
chess,
think
I've
for
seen
a lot
some
of, like-
people. I've seen some people pop off, some people not, because it's very much dependent on how the other team reacts. Because if the other team looks like they're going to smash you in the face, yeah, you're going to be happy, but you're not going to go. And also, I'm thinking like between rounds, not just at the very end of the game. So if you win one set and you've still got to get another point.
okay, I've literally never seen someone celebrate between rounds.
Oh, I have in Smash, and when that
Oh,
happens
no,
and the
I
next
think-
game
yeah,
starts,
I'd
they
say-
get absolutely. When you leave and then somebody smashes you and you come back and you're like, "What the fuck have I done? I haven't finished." It's so funny.
Okay.
Yeah,
Showboating.
yeah, basically showboating. That's the word we're looking for. Anyway, we've agreed on what
Extreme
this
celebration.
is. It's fine. What
we
is
can-
Old Kent
we
Road?
can
That was
pop
my
back in.
question. Is it
Old Kent Road.
Old Kent Road?
Road.
Right. Well, what's the most common thing here?
I think it might be for heading in galaxy braining because it always happens a
Yeah.
couple of times.
Yeah,
on that
I
mission.
think that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think
Okay.
we're saving salt and rage smashing for utilities. So I'll move that off the screen currently.
Okay. What
Because we'll come
about
back to it.
So yeah, what about Mayfair and Park Lane? What are they gonna be?
They got to be the big things, the big.
Big things. I think it's what's really uncommon here. Swearing doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah.
Not like a lot.
Yeah.
Why you put caster argument brackets family? What's that about?
Like we can do a caster color family.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I think glitches and
glitches. Yeah.
glitches and swearing work quite well for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Developer appears maybe. It's not common.
I think developer
Yeah.
appears can go in a dark green one, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because, when you've got like annual events, they're more likely to turn up.
Yeah, if you're watching
That's
Evo,
usually
you
when
are
they make
going
their
to go.
That's true.
If you go to Evo, if you go to like the grand final of like Overwatch League or something, you will pass out. So it's one of those ones that like depending on the event you're watching, you'll have a
God, that makes this game like there's certain properties strategically more beneficial to you, depending on the match
And
that
I'm
you're
sure
watching within
when
an
people are-
esport. Like if you're playing this once a week when the esport is on. First week you might want to be going
Yes.
for a lot of like the brown ones. By the end of the season, you want to be picking. This is a long game. Like, there's no one definite strategy that will win you this game. But
Nope.
that's kind of it's a dream.
wow, that's
Hearts
good
still
game
up there.
design.
Well done us. We definitely meant to do that. Okay. Which tier should the tech fuck ups be? I think they should be relatively middle because they do happen
they
reasonably
do.
often, and there's enough of them that some of them are going to crop up sometimes.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the time it's probably like a latency or lag issue that they have to.
Well, yeah. So
pause
with
and fix.
COVID, it's been really common because everyone's been they've been playing remotely and stuff, so it's been a lot worse. So I'd put it at like yellow, maybe red. It's not the most common thing.
Yeah. What one are we putting in yellow?
The like glitches and fuck ups of some kind in terms of
Glitches
production.
or-
So
Oh.
the
it's overlay
the
slash tech fuck ups.
And
What's the other ones?
technical difficulties.
game
1 second, I just need to.
pauses.
Technical difficulties,
Yeah.
overlay fuck ups, and was it casters fumbling?
Yeah, Elcaster's mic's not being turned on type thing, like
Muted casters.
muted or like missing audio
Okay.
or audio interruptions.
Yeah. Audio, so it's tech fuck ups.
So it's like production fuck ups, audio fuck ups, and like literally the fucking stream stopping.
Yeah. So overlay. So these are stream overlay, stream/overlay fuck ups, muted audio / video fuck ups, or is that more overlay?
Well, no,
Leave that on this
I'd
side. And then
yeah, I'd put that just audio. Put that as like
technical difficulties is like fuck ups is like when there's a slight mistake. Technical difficulties is when like the stream goes
That's
down.
where like, the game breaks, or
just put F.
Yeah.
Yeah.
F
in
is
chat.
the stream died. Just
Yeah.
and that definitely should be the I think that's probably the right way around of doing it as well in terms of rarity.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I am going
Okay, what
to
else
struggle
we got?
displaying this if we are jumping all around the place. So,
Yeah,
could
true.
we do green?
Okay,
next?
we'll do the common ones. Oh, all right, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then I can-
Okay, the greens. Well, the developers turning up.
Developers.
Yes, yeah,
turning
that's not common.
Because it's not
Yeah.
too what there's, like I said, it only happens like once every few. Maybe like
What other ones are common in
We'll
what
pop
other
that
ones are
there.
in that kind of vein?
We've got look a female. But that might be.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
The rare
'Cause that's rare.
sightings group.
Yeah. I like. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, this is
Rare
birds of a rare.
sightings. Females.
It's a developer. It's a female. It's a female developer.
Oh god.
Female developer. So what else is in our rare sighting? So we have fan stealing the show. Or is that a bit too common?
That's quite common.
We can
Yeah,
pop
I
fan
think
stealing the
it's-
show with.
Cosplay? Nah, because cosplay's all the time. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Awkward interviews.
Awkward
Those are pretty-
interviews. Yeah.
Those are common, but it should be like the proper ones, like the really bad ones.
Yeah.
So I think it should go awkward interviews. Females.
Yeah,
game
females then. There you go. Now I can pop these back.
Now I will say, females. Can you put in there under the rare sightings? Does not include talent, because they to try and make up for the lack of female gamers, they will almost always try and find like some form of female caster.
Yeah.
I'll just put down does not include casters. Because because it would be rare to see unfortunately it would be rare to see a female player.
Yeah,
I think if that does
disclaimer time.
happen,
This is not
get
us.
fucked, mate.
Yeah. I long for the day when we can take that off the
Off
the
the
game
list.
and replace
As
it with a
a-
different rule, because it's not fair.
As a bunch of gamers, we
Surprising no one.
yeah, okay, gonna pop these down there for now, and then
Okay,
pop these up.
right.
Um,
What ones are uncommon?
So we've got the caster family that we need to pop somewhere.
I
We've
think
got the
Castle
sponsors
could go on
family.
Orange or red, I would say.
Caster families, like reasonable, probably one of the more common ones, just because they're always present.
Maybe pink. Then?
Like their chance for fucking up is high.
So we've got casters losing it, casters fumbling, and casters having an argument. So there's
I think fumbling is the first.
fumbling is the first, followed by arguments, followed by losing it.
Yeah.
I think works quite well.
It depends on the
You all
like
agree?
the broadcast. I would say they probably lose it more often than they actually argue with each other.
To play.
I think I get it.
Depends on what you count as an argument.
It kind of depends on the game.
I think losing it is more common because they're trying to have like high energy.
Yeah.
They're not trying to argue. So the arguing generally
Yeah.
does not come up.
That often. There we go.
Sponsors family, yep, and then yeah, it's literally just. Oh no, yeah, meme strats, showboating, and steamrolling.
Yeah.
I mean, those are reasonably common, to be
Do
honest.
they go
Those
on
might be
blue
the.
then?
Okay, well, what else do we have? We have cringe gamer tag, fans stealing a show, and reverse sweep.
I think reverse sweep, cringe gamer tag, and
Oh, and tactical crouching. That just popped up.
tactical crouching should
Yeah.
all go in a family together because that's all kind of player-based
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
things.
Yeah, the
But
player
you-
stuff should go somewhere, and I think that
tactical
just because
crouching.
tactical crouching's in there, that should be light blue because that's
yeah,
really
I
common.
think like
So
blue,
tactical
but,
crouching.
you know, the players do often take some,
Then showboating.
and then the names.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Probably. Or actually, they might. No, might be the other way around. Because a lot of gamers. I mean, some of the. It
There's
depends
a
on
lot
the
of
esports, but
cringe
Some of them are
names.
pretty humble. There's a lot of cringe
There
names,
are a
and
lot of
there's
cringe
not.
names.
There aren't that many like super charismatic kind of showboaty types. There are.
Yeah.
It depends on the game. It
If
really
it's
depends
in
on
the
game.
fighting scene.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's a lot. It's all showboating.
Yeah. So we've got I think we've definitely got meme strats.
Hang on.
Meme strats.
We've got too many.
It's fine. We've got utilities and everything else.
Oh yes. Yeah.
We've got more.
So we have the corporate the corporate ring, which is the oranges, and then
Yeah.
meme strats, reverse sweep, steamrolling.
I think reverse sweep's going to be less common than steamrolling. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
Depends on
say.
the game.
But I'd
It
say
really
meme
depends.
strats
Because
is
you're
probably the
you're
rarest of the
expecting.
three, because
Yeah, because I'm just thinking you'd expect the team to steamroll, and you're not expecting a reverse sweep in
Okay.
most cases.
Yeah, I think that's the right way around. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does really vary.
Yeah.
What else we got?
We've got the
corporate
sponsors
group.
family. The corporate.
I'm trying. I think we might have to move the groups around after this
Okay.
because I'm seeing. I think some of these. Are
Yeah,
in
that's
order.
fine.
Right. Well,
No worries.
I think we should change sponsors to just general like corporate bullshit. Sponsor cringe sponsors being one of them.
So cringe sponsors.
Unrelated sponsors. That's a really good one. The
Yeah.
amount of times where it's like, why is this pharmaceutical company sponsoring the fucking Overwatch? Like, who are
Yeah.
they here for?
Yeah,
There's some
unrelated
really weird ones.
sponsors.
What we doing
we've got
for
to
jail?
Jail, fun times.
Back to £500.
Now you go to jail whenever you roll 3 doubles in a row. So presumably, if you have 3 double
Or
shots in a
you
row,
land on the go to jail.
you go
Or we
to
land
jail.
on go to jail. Okay, I think we should do some interesting things with the ones that remain.
I like the idea with jail is if the same card is activated 2 times in a row. Actually, that would be too bad early on. 3
I feel
times in a
like
row.
if you
2 or 3 times in a row, the person who owns that card gets sent to
Yeah.
jail.
If you somehow manage to activate your card, one of
3
your cards,
times in a
3
row.
times before anyone else does,
Yeah.
you get sent to jail,
Yeah.
and you have to down your drink on the way, because alcohol's
Now-
banned in prison.
How does
Activate
this game?
your
So, how does the actual
card.
moving around the board affect anything?
It just allows you to buy. The
You
properties at
pick
the
up
beginning.
properties.
It's
You
just
pick up the
buying
cards at the
properties, and then
beginning.
you're basically done.
Because you have to collect the card. You have to collect.
How
the
about how
things,
how
but
does
you have to-
paying for
Game
things
finishes.
work?
The game finishes when the game finishes.
Yeah.
And
When you
that
get the
sentence
wood,
makes
you beat
complete
the
sense.
game.
It does. The game finishes when the games have finished. Yes, but how are we? Is it just you play Monopoly? No, I don't want it to just be you play
Or
Monopoly.
maybe when you land on if you land on a card that you don't own, you steal the card.
I like that. That's more fluid. Yeah, there's no payment at all. You land when you land on a card, it's yours until someone else does.
Okay.
and so the more powerful ones are pretty contested.
That also
And
makes,
you can have like, if someone lands on it, you can make a deal or something maybe to stop. So if you really don't want them to have that card, you could like
well, 'cause,
you could pay
Would
its
you
drink
like
cost or
pink?
something. You could
well,
pay
'cause
its
the
drink
ability
mortgage.
the ability to just steal people's cards by landing on it makes it much harder
You have to.
form a set.
Oh
You
yeah.
can keep the card. You can keep the card by using the mortgage.
Yeah,
You
I'm
have to
thinking the
take-
mortgage is like you have to drink a lot.
Divide by 10 the amount of money the mortgage amount would be. So for the higher properties, that's like
40 drinks.
40 sips, which is pretty. And even for the browns, that's a significant sippage.
It's still like 10 sips or something, isn't it?
No, because
Or like 90.
people are
Yeah.
landing on each other's cards so often.
Yeah,
Nah,
so you can't do it. You can't.
It
You
might-
can't keep it up.
Yeah.
You will die.
Are we holding on to
So-
the winning? Because I don't think that drinking games don't need winning conditions. The win condition
No,
is when
not
you can't play the
particularly.
drinking game anymore.
I think the win condition is a variant rule if you want a definitive end. However, it is not a requirement of the game.
It's like one of those rules where it just says the player who has the most cards at the end of the game wins, or you all agree nobody wins because you're all done with the game and you've all had enough because you've been playing it for 3 days straight.
You can choose to stop playing this game. It's an option.
Yes. You're not bound by any contract to complete the game.
Okay, what about chance? I think chance should be anytime you land on it, you make up a new rule. It's not very chancey, but it's medium chancey. Or maybe that's free parking, because that's less common. How many
free
chances
park-
are there on the board? 4 or 3 or 2?
I think there's 4.
Aren't there-
There's one
aren't there
for
two?
each chest and one chance.
I thought there were
on
2
each side.
chances.
But I think with the chance cards, you could have them operate like the normal cards. However, if you get the property card, that's a new rule. It's like property tax, that's a new rule. And if you gain money, you give out that many sips divided by 10. And if you have to pay a fine, you drink that much.
Well, what if it's just like?
And if you
the
get
normal
sent to somewhere on the
chance?
board, you just get sent down the board or go to jail.
Yeah, I was
Go
gonna
to
say, what
jail,
if it's just
get out
sort
of
of
jail
like,
free
you know,
card.
like some of them are like, you go to a beauty pageant, you win £50 by coming third place. That could be like you get to give out 5 sips, or
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
there's water damage in your property. Pay £200.
25 sips.
You and anyone else on one of your properties must take.
Ooh, I like that addition to the rules. That's cool.
Well, just because at that moment in time, it's like a one-time
Yeah.
rule.
Whoever
for that.
whenever someone triggers chance, whoever is on any of the cards that that player owns also do whatever the thing is. Even if it's give out sips, they also give out sips. We've made a
Yeah.
heavy drinking game.
I hope
So
everyone
the
brings
jail
their
thing. How do you
kegs.
get out of jail? If going to jail is downing a drink and going to jail.
Same rules as regular Monopoly, I think. You can roll
a
3
double,
times
or after
and
3 turns you take 5 sips and leave.
yeah. You can use 2 dice for that.
Because
take 5
if you're
sips
in
on the-
jail, it can actually be a good thing tactically because you would be immune to having to take sips from chance cards or any properties. So it's a time for you to breathe and sober
Wait,
up
yeah.
a little bit.
Down
Well,
your
so
drink.
okay.
You
So
down your drink and
no,
then-
you don't down your drink. When you go to jail, you freeze, and then when you leave jail, you down your drink. You dive straight back
yeah,
in.
'cause you got, yeah, okay. So after 3 turns of failing to roll doubles, you have to down your drink and
Down
leave.
your drink.
I want to play this game.
Yeah, I think
This
we
is fun.
should.
I know, a little Fast and Furious. No, we can't do it for that.
This does
We'd have
not
to change
trans.
everything.
This does
We'd
not
have to
work at all.
translate all of the rules.
We'd have to do a movie night edition. But hey, that's
Oh, yeah,
another
we can
podcast.
talk about that,
So,
That isn't the part. No, that's. I'm not even going to call it episode 2 because that means we'll never do it.
Yeah. So community chest.
That's got to be King Cup, right? So all the
that's like
taxes and
King
community
Cup,
chests,
yeah.
you
King's
do the
Cup.
thing.
Shall we do King's Cup?
Wait,
draw
if it is property
cards.
tax, make a new rule. What's that?
So if you draw the property tax, because you can't work that out, because it's like you get charged so much for every house, so much for every hotel. So basically change that card completely.
Let's see.
King's Cup, drink if you pull the. Let me just have a look at community chess cards. I'm gonna pick the most. What are all the community chest cards?
They're basically the exact same as the chance ones, I seem to remember.
They're very similar.
Yeah. We are very
Monopoly
similar.
is such a weird game.
Yep. Who thought that teaching
So-
children how the housing, like property market works, would
Yeah,
be
in a very flawed system.
Shall we
as well.
say,
It's not
very
if they are
interesting.
told to
rudimentary
advance to go, that's
they have to,
the
yeah.
trigger.
If
They
the
have to
card
do.
How many
stays
of them
the
tell them to
line,
go past go? Because it's. And what do the other ones do?
Or
We'll never know. So the other ones, it's similar, like get out of jail free, you get collect or pay stuff, go to jail, etc., etc., etc.
So anytime you have to go to past go.
Pass go. If the card tells you to advance to go,
And if we're only rolling one dice,
pull the go.
which you said that we were going to do, if we're only rolling one dice, then that means that pass go could be something more powerful because it's happening less often. So pass go could also be put into the king
yeah,
cup.
passing go could also. Well, it could
And then
be
free
like,
parking can be just like anytime you land on free parking, it can be a new rule.
Yeah, house rules.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think pass go could be like you have to take a shot, some sort of spirit.
I
Some
think
sort of spirit.
free parking
something a bit spicy
is
for the
give
game.
out one shot of your own creation to everyone else.
Nothing toxic.
And now we just need to do the amount of alcohol for each of the categories, then we're done.
I think at some
Oh,
point
I
we
see
can
what you're
definitely-
saying. Oh, I figured that out. So you're saying, wait, hang on. So for the King's Cup, you're saying any community chest you put into the King's Cup, and then if you pull the advance to go one,
Yeah, so if you don't
Gotcha.
pull all the correct cards, just pop it at the bottom.
and then normal
So
pass
you-
go is like a house rule, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normal. Yeah, I think normal one you get to, you can. It'll be probably like similar to property taxed, or you can just go to go.
Yeah.
The
Cool.
community chest one is just for the use of if you get the go card, you advance to go, and you down the King's Cup, and you put the King's Cup next to go.
What
Okay,
does,
If anyone spills
hang on,
it,
there's
spillage
one-
is
There's
leakage.
one more card that we haven't really discussed, and that is the get out of jail free card.
Mm.
What do we do?
Yeah, you
about
don't
that?
get
Do
to
we-
down your drink if you go to jail. So
Is
it's a
that
good
just
card
a-
to get.
Get out of jail free.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So it just means that there is no having to down the
Down
drink.
the drink. So it makes the card actually more powerful.
Mm.
Mm.
Because it would, yeah, especially since like jail is a time for you to kind of chill and calm down a bit and potentially need to sober up. And
Yeah,
then
you
if
still
you're
stay in jail
if
as
you're
long
still-
as long.
If you're still a bit messed up by the time you're leaving jail, that's there
Yeah.
for you to
Yeah.
have a smoother
That
start
is-
back into the game rather
You
than
d-
down.
yeah, you do have the You do have the controversy, because the thing is, we're making it, you want to pick up chance cards, you don't want to land on tax or community chest or go. Because you put into the King's Cup and you draw from the community chest pile.
How many advance to goes are there? In the
I think it's just 2.
That's not enough.
there's a lot of stuff going in the King's Cup.
Yeah, that's my point.
And
This is going to
every
get
time-
full,
fair-
almost certainly.
Well, yeah, every time.
Yeah, I
you're
know, but
not-
you've also got the because everything else is going to be one. The advanced go is definitely going to be the most common one on there.
Yeah, but if it's still only 2 out of what, 20, 25, something like that?
Yeah, but
Cards?
you've got it's fine. Just make
Yeah,
sure it's
but
not a big
make
amount
sure
that
you-
you're
It might
popping
never
in
come.
there.
You,
I
you
think that's
literally might never play it. Like,
It might never.
yeah, because you pop the next card at the bottom, so eventually you're
But,
going to go through. And because
eventually,
you've got
bearing in
You've
mind
got
this is
2
gonna-
community chests, 2 tacks, and go. You have 5 space on the board, which is more than anything
You
else
you
to
are
land
you are
on
more
that.
likely because we're only using
Effect.
one dice. I think you stand a better chance of actually
It's-
with their positioning on the board.
You
Yeah.
aren't gonna-
You're
but-
more
but-
likely to land on a King's Cup space than.
yeah, you're more likely
I think
to put into it. You're not more likely to drink from it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
but so it's just never going to be drunk from. If it's 2
Yes,
in
it
however
will.
many community chest card. Okay, like, that's not.
Guys, you forced my hand.
He's putting out the
Of
Monopoly.
course.
I'm pulling out
Trust
the
me.
Monopoly.
Could have seen that coming.
Count the number of community chest cards right now. Also, you can't even drink it on the tax. So
Yes, you
do-
can.
oh, you're
gonna
saying
be- it's
you're saying
basically treating them like a
Oh, okay.
community chest.
fair enough.
It's 'cause
I feel
otherwise
like we
it's
can
going to
also
get
do
way
this
too
with more board
complicated.
games, you know. Like I just realised, like the game of life is probably quite a good one to do this sort of thing too.
The fuck is the game of life?
I've got
Yeah, life.
Got-
Where like you go through all the stages of life, like graduating from university.
Do you know what life
I
is?
played the
Jack
Simpsons version of this
OW?
game, and it was very dumb.
Just realised.
It would be a good one to do a
Very dumb.
drinking game version of.
It's
for-
so shit. It's so shit.
It's because you're not drinking whilst you're playing the game. Jay. I don't think you
It's
understand.
dreadful.
Alcohol
evidently
makes
not.
everything better.
Well, certainly board games.
Even
I
like
can attest to that. I imagine Cluedo's fucking hilarious if you're hammered. Because Cluedo, when
played-
you're sober, is just a simple
I played
process of elimination.
Cluedo with a
Yeah,
load
I
of
think-
lawyers,
I
and
think Cluedo-
never again will I play Cluedo with a load of lawyers. It was horrendous. I had
Drunk-
no chance.
I think
They
drunk
got it
Cluedo
way before.
is just going to end up with people missing a card in their hand that they should have shown someone, causing someone to miss a cues and get it wrong, and then they get all
Yeah,
salty
like,
about it because
I
they've-
think
they've
Cluedo
lost
works
the
best if you're
game.
stupid. Like Cluedo for someone who can do like really easy, like logical sort of reasoning pretty well is not a very fun game because it's just this can't be this, so this can't be that. It's just you either don't figure it out until you can figure it out, and then you figure it. It's not fun. Like you have to either be a child or drunk as fuck, and then Cluedo's fun. I don't know. I've only played Cluedo once, and it was.
I think
I did not get
being
it.
drunk though leads to more chances of people
Okay, so
messing up the
then-
game by.
Yeah, that's the
So
only way
that-
it can be fun.
Okay, guys. So there might be
It just makes
only
the game
one
redundant.
pass go card in the Monopoly set.
There might be
However,
only
there
one.
is however, there is an alternative. It is if you pull the advance to go card, or a card forces you to pass go. So, for example, if it says go to blah blah station and you pass go on the way there,
Okay.
because then
Yeah.
it will trigger a little
There
bit
are-
more
there
often,
are a
but
few
not
cards
often
that
enough that
say-
you wouldn't get anything in the King's Cup.
I
I
mean,
think it's
yeah.
because there
Wouldn't
are a
it-
few
would not be
cards
just
that say
ea-
do not pass go in them, but I think those
Yeah.
are generally only the ones that say go to jail.
That's jail.
That's
yeah,
only the
that's
jail.
only
ones, isn't
jail.
it? So that's fine.
Like-
Anyway, we need to do the amount of alcohol for each section.
Well,
Yes.
And
I
then-
think. Are we also
Okay.
saying that there's like a if you have a full set, it just doubles the amount? Can that just be a blanket rule
Yes.
for all of the properties just to make this easier?
Definitely. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so how are we gonna do this? I think we should do the very top ones and the very bottom ones.
It's got
first.
to increase. It's got to increase in
Yeah.
number of sips with each card,
Okay.
basically, because we've said that these are. We've pretty much put this in an order of which ones are
Well, I
most common.
think,
But
I
I-
think
I-
then.
Because we've
I
themed
think-
them, I think some of them are more like within the
Yeah,
set.
there's-
They should change
yeah,
more than they do
yeah.
between them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
like
mean,
it should be
also,
one
I
sip,
think-
two sip, one sip, two sip, three sip.
Well, I also,
Two sip,
I was
three sip,
also-
four sip.
I think also like some of the there might be a little bit of overlap, say within like the pinks and the reds and yellows, or like the oranges and the reds or something, because that half of the board is generally a bit more. Some of them are as useful as others. Like they're as
Yeah.
The
Definitely.
pinks, oranges, reds, and yellows are going to be the most passed by areas of the board, just because of how the cards, the go to gel works.
Yeah.
Is that pinks, oranges, reds, and yellows will be the most landed on, which just means those cards will be put into play probably faster than the other cards, and also it'll kind of cycle through a lot. Those cards will cycle through.
So I think the pinks, oranges, reds, and yellows have got to be a sort of fairly standard basis for the number of sips, the kind of range of sips you want to be working around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like this is a normal amount. This is it's not ludicrous. It's not too little.
I've popped down 4 heading and galaxy brain from Brown to be 1 sips because it's 1 sip, but those will probably be triggered quite a bit.
I think most of the like first one of each is a 1 sip.
Yeah.
Like what? So what have we got? We've got tactical crouching, definitely 1 sip. That happens all the time. Casters fumbling, 1 sip.
Cringe game attack.
I'm just going through like the first one of each. So unrelated sponsors. That's not actually that common. I think corporate bullshit should probably be swapped with unrelated sponsors.
Corporate sponsors, we're moving back to.
Actually, no. Swap unrelated sponsors with cringy shit because they're all cringe.
With cringy shit.
When you think
Every single, almost every sponsor is cringy in some way. Then it would go corporate bullshit.
Unrelated.
And then unrelated sponsors, because unrelated sponsors aren't too common.
Well, I'd say like when you have it on the tops. That's what I was thinking. Or like this tournament is sponsored by. I say you're more likely to get.
You mean every time you see it?
Than you are corporate, if it gets brought up, or it like the first time they come out, and it's like because when the players come out, it's like this team sponsored by.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah,
I'd say it's more common than unrelated and than corporate bullshit.
All right. Okay.
Because corporate bullshit is taking it a step beyond.
I think for most of them, up until maybe the greens, you can give 1 sip to the most common one within each category.
Yeah, steamrolling. So... But steamrolling's like so the problem is that some of these are consistent. Some of these aren't like a one-time thing. They're just like the whole time.
I think steamrolling could be larger because you're less. It's more of a. It's like a bomb. It's like this is happening.
If they 4-0 them and you drink on the 4-0, not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is that maybe we swap the steamrolling and stuff to the stream fuck ups, and then the yellows can be the big bombs because that's going to be the final section you get to in that area.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then then greens and blues are just.
Yeah, this works actually a lot better.
Yeah.
So stream overload fuck ups is 1 sip. Yeah, that sounds about right. Muted audio. So it's 1 sip, 2 sip, 3 sip basically. It seems for most of the earlier
most
stuff.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah. And then we can always double check through them if you want to change any of them.
Yeah.
I think for example like corporate bullshit, technical difficulties.
Maybe. Technical difficulties should be like a half a drink, like half of your like half down,
Yeah.
Because it doesn't happen often, but if it does happen, it's very likely it'll happen the second time.
So half a drink, muted audio, that happens quite frequently when the match starts. Corporate bullshit, do we want to increase that?
That should be 5 or something like that, yeah.
5 sips. 5, and caster argument, we want...
That should be more, I don't know.
5.
Yeah, call it 5.
Yeah, so about as common as the corporate bullshit.
Yeah, I think also having somewhere it's like, it's a 1, 2, 5. It makes you want to go for it a bit more as well.
And it separates out.
You're not necessarily going to be avoiding trying to get ones to go for specific ones each time. There's got to be a draw for each one, like the reason why you'd want to tactically pick
Now
it,
we
I guess.
get to. So immediately we've done everything up to red, which is a phenomenal job. Now we've got yellows, greens, blues, and then the niggly bits.
Right, so
Hang
what's the
on.
first one, a yellow?
I have just seen cringe gamer tag said or displayed 2 sips. That's overpowered.
Well, it's also in the blues. Like all the blue ones are things that are common, so they're good cards. But you're probably not going to be around that side of the board as common.
If the way we've decided it works is that you drink a tenth of the cost of it for the mortgage to deny another player stealing it, then the cheaper cards are worth more because they're cheaper to keep on to, but they offer you the same amount as so the difference between any cringy shit being a bow street and still one sip on a rarer thing and being more expensive to like hold off on.
I mean that's just the fact that Monopoly hasn't balanced itself around our game, and I don't think that's really a flaw within our game per se. I think that's a flaw.
I suppose, and there's not a
because at the end of the day, after the first time round, it's going to take a while for people to get to that section again.
That's true, and also people like having certain
and therefore
sets that people are fighting
to have
over.
all of those cards. Yeah, it's less likely for
good.
people to be A, fighting over it, and B, kind of getting them all activated, whereas you're probably going to, over the course of the evening, get the pinks, oranges, reds, and yellows all activated throughout the game. I think really when you're looking at this game, I'm thinking more that like if you have a lot of people, you probably want to do teams in it, because otherwise you will die.
Because you're not. It's not giving out the sips. It's everyone else that doesn't own the card has that.
I think duos might work quite well with this game.
Duos might work.
Like because
but I think it's about how many.
To take the mortgage sips and.
I mean, it's 2 to 6 players, so I think you can You can be smart enough to balance it to when you've got a big group.
Someone can do the drunk maths on that.
I think you kind of want 4 players max, like 4
parties.
Max.
Yes.
Yeah, I think when you reach 5 or 6, you're going to end up.
Yeah, you're right.
Slaughtering the party.
Yep.
Okay.
So the next, the yellow ones should be big because they're all basically, so steamrolling and reverse sweep, whilst pretty common, are not going to happen like. They only happen once over a long period of time.
It's not be
ongoing.
Quarter.
I think right. So steamrolling could be every match, like every round of whatever the game is, as opposed to the entire match. Reverse sweep has to be the game.
Yeah. So I think
it's inherently kind of within it that unless you say it's more of like a comeback as well as a reverse sweep, as in like
just any comeback within a game within a round.
So like if you're down to like 2 HP and suddenly you come back to win the round.
So steamrolling should be like 10 sips.
Yeah.
And then reverse sweep, and it's per round, should be half a drink. And then meme strats should be a fucking just down your drink, because meme strats do happen. Like when they happen a lot because it's one team just fucking about.
The meme strat is only going to happen as soon as the round starts, when you see like who they.
Yeah, it's going to happen once per round basically. Yeah. Unless they change comp to another meme strat.
Yeah.
Halfway through.
In which case, you get onto Twitter and complain.
Yeah, have a whinge at us. You know what? If we made the game bad, it's on us.
Well, we can
rare sightings.
Playtest this at some point.
We do.
Before
I can't
we release
wait.
the game, we'll playtest it.
We can do that. We can do that online.
Game.
Yeah, we can do us watching just any old stream of Overwatch League.
I feel like in order to properly test it, we need to watch
a
esports none of us follow, to make sure that the rules still abide.
That's true.
We'll go and watch League or something,
like
or
Rainbow Six Siege or some bullshit.
Yeah, I think it has to. I don't want to watch COD. It has to be a MOBA, I think. At least
but MOBAs don't make any sense.
Yeah, we need to work out what a
I don't know.
meme comp is in a MOBA.
I don't know what that means.
We'd have to look it up.
We'd
We'd have to be
go on
like,
the
is this a
casters'
meme?
opinions. You just have to react to whatever the casters are saying.
Yeah.
All right, so here, right, the greens. Awkward interviews. That's happening once per match because it won't happen halfway through a match. So that has to be a down a drink. Or no, that has to be a waterfall.
Yes.
For as long as the interview
For
lasts.
as long as the interview
I just want to say we do have 2 tiers above awkward interviews with rare.
No,
I
it's
think
just because it literally only
Okay.
happens once, whereas the rare sightings is like is like a specific thing. So like because like an awkward interview is going to last like a minute.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
just-
I think maybe it's a waterfall for
I think the
the
game
length of the
announcement.
interview up to 1 minute.
Fine, yeah, something like that. 'Cause they're not going to, but
Well, up to,
they're
like,
rarely
30
going to go on
seconds or
very
something.
long.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's awkward, you just keep
Yeah.
drinking.
Actually-
Rare sightings is like the first time you see him.
Yeah, I think a waterfall up to 1 min. And to be fair, I think you can do a I think you can do the exact same thing but without the 1 minute in order to separate out
Okay, yeah,
the
just
awkward
indefinite.
interview and the game announcement
If
because
it's a
they're
game
gonna be
announcement,
there
you're
for
just-
a
yeah,
while.
it's gonna be like
the
15
developers,
minutes.
they're not gonna be the developers gonna be there for like a little bit and then bugger off. They're gonna be there for a couple minutes.
What if the thing that is happening it triggers multiple?
Well, you're right,
Like
but
what if
Unfortunately,
the
sounds
game developer
unfortunate.
turns up and then has an awkward interview for a bit, and then like
You get your
there's some
second
corporate
drink
bullshit
out,
involved.
you're doing 2 drinks.
get your straws out, lads, because we're gonna just line your drinks up in front of you.
Oh no. Okay, what about rare sightings? I feel like a rare sighting is just a whole drink.
Yeah.
If you see them and they talk about it, like
Well, I think maybe a half drink. Maybe a whole drink.
it's not
It's gonna
happening.
It's going to depend on what drink you've got, really, as well. Like, no one's.
Yeah.
No
I
one's
mean,
really gonna
we
want
are talking like we're talking beers here, and I
Is-
think people.
Are you aware of how
This-
uncommon it is? There has only ever been one single player out of about 400 or 500 in the Overwatch League that was female. And I can't speak for other esports, but it's not going to be much more common. Literally, it's
for look of female,
never
yes, it's
happening.
definitely down a drink. I
It's
thought we were still talking about. The
you
one
could even
before.
argue down too, because that fucking card is useless.
It's the meme card.
It's a meme card.
I think you might have to change it to does not include casters, but literally anything else. Like so, it doesn't include casters and fans. So like, if you see a female on the production or something like that, because it's so uncommon.
I mean, we just put down does not include casters.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
that'll do it, I
fine. I
suppose.
think it's
That's
fairly
good
self-
enough, like-
yeah.
Okay. Right now
now
we're
you've
on
got
to
swearing
part
in game glitch.
Those are so rare and so big that they should.
I
be like
think
2
game
drinks.
glitch. I think
game glitch
swearing.
has gotta be like,
Swearing is 2 whole drinks.
Yeah.
And I think game glitch. Force King's Cup
Okay,
to your choice,
I like that.
and you can also fill it up as much as you want to make sure they get it. Because at that point, if you activate Mayfair with a game glitch, you've got to
This
fucking
game,
annihilate.
like this game will fucking kill you.
yeah.
Yeah.
'cause this
Look at
game is
look at
going on,
the strength. Yeah, considering how long this game will last, like anywhere up to like 4 hours.
Again, as I'm saying, we're talking American beers, I think, in this metric.
Oh, right, we're balancing it for like 4%.
for like the
Yeah,
Bud
for
Light,
4%.
the
Yeah, the
2.5%
Bud Light.
shit.
Because I'm imagining like your fucking rum and cokes, you're
Yeah,
gonna
this is the thing.
die.
I was gonna say like.
I think
I would
your-
have said like
your
for the Greek
homeopathic
should maybe
rum
that's when
and
you
Coke.
that's when you pull out your bottle of vodka and you start pouring it into everyone's glasses like a full on couple of quarts.
Oh yeah, no,
of
yeah.
vodka.
We could have like you do require. You
need-
preferably have your drink and also a spirit of
Yeah.
some sort.
Shots
you need
for
a
Park
crate of
Lane.
lager or whatever normal drink you're drinking,
Yeah.
and then a bottle or two of spirit to play this game each.
Fucking monster. Okay.
I feel like this is something that when it comes to, if we do an episode around Evo and
yes.
cross fingers COVID's over, we can meet up and we can trial this
Yeah.
the day after Fast and Furious.
The
Are we just preparing over this podcast a week where we absolutely murder ourselves?
We should do more of these. Yes.
Yeah.
We should have some challenges. I think the challenges are good.
Some challenges. And if we stream it, we can do it for like a charity thing where it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can
Have some stretch
just
goals.
A week of just these horrible 24-hour challenges.
It's just
I feel like
7
if we-
days straight.
I think if you do it around Evo, then you will. If we do it at Evo, there will 100% be some game announcements,
Yeah.
and therefore we will definitely be able to activate some of the stronger stuff. Plus, it's some like game glitches are unlikely at Evo, but if they do happen, it will be it will probably be memed and spread out anyway.
I think swearing only being like, if we're going to do shots, we should add in a shot in a couple of other situations.
Shot.
And also, if we're doing shots for game glitches, it should be more than one shot. It should be like
I think
2 or 3.
I think game glitches are going to be the.
I meant swearing.
Yeah.
I
think swearing. So
some of the
shots.
Like, third ones could maybe become like 2 sips
Yeah, I think
and,
so.
and a shot, or
2
2
sips
sips, 2 shots.
2 sips, 2
Two
shots. That's just arbitrary. At that point.
I
That's
think
fucking random.
corporate bullshit could be a shot.
Yeah.
Because that's less likely to happen than the caster argument.
Yeah. Shot. Sorry. What?
A shot.
What did you? I'm looking at the
The
keyboard trying
technical
to figure out what you fucked up there.
A and
A
S
shot.
are next to a
I
shot.
thought he was going to do
Yeah.
one shot.
I think
It's
that's quite good that we
singular
have a shots, because then all of the third ones slowly step up,
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
That's nice.
and
nice.
we'll
That's-
pop up muted audio to
Kinda
3.
nice.
So then maybe the orange ones, the mid one should be 3 or 5 sips, and the lower one should be because the sponsors aren't happening often.
Yeah.
Not as often as caster fumbling, tactical crouching, shit like that. So I think it should be 2 sips,
Yeah.
5 sips, a shot for the orange.
For the orange,
Yeah.
2 sips.
This game is gonna get you fucking hammered.
I love how he says, "Oh, this is too bad. It's gonna get us." And then stream overlay fuck ups. I think that's probably 3 sips.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a shot, and then half a drink. That was good.
Yeah. And then we've also got trains and utilities to do.
Oh my
I mean,
lord.
So I think with salt happens enough that we can probably do 1 to 4 sips depending on the amount you own.
Yeah, well, this was what I was
Yes,
thinking.
yeah,
It should
yeah,
be
yeah, it's gotta be
it should be
based
the
on-
number of trains you own is the number you give out to everyone.
Yeah.
But
And then
if
the thing is-
if 2 parties have 2 trains each, they both drink 2 and everyone else drinks 4.
Yeah.
So it's almost always going to be 4 sips for anyone who doesn't own a single train by the time everyone's got a train out.
Mm.
Like, you know,
Mhm.
But
most of the time it
trains
would be
are
4
always-
sips
the
per.
The trains could also very quickly get passed around between people because of the stealing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
because
Yeah.
it's like what there would be 20 sips to mortgage it. I think.
Yeah,
which
the
is
thing is like
Yeah.
probably
all
not
of the
worth
drinks
it
are quite.
considering you're only going to get
Yeah.
to get well. I mean, it depends on how salty
Yeah.
the game gets.
Oh man,
Is
for
If
certain
we
games,
trial
the-
this
the
at
trains are
Evo,
OP.
it will be
Yeah.
salty as fuck.
For certain games,
Because-
the trains are overpowered, definitely.
Yeah.
If we do it on the Evo
This is what I love
finals,
about
these
this
are
game,
going to
is
be
that-
15 set games with 3 rounds per game.
Oh yeah, the salt.
It will murder you,
Yeah.
and that's
this is
just
what I
the
love about
final
this game,
game.
is
It will
that
probably
no two
do
games are
quarter
gonna
final.
have
Yeah,
the same top
100%.
strategy in it as
No,
the-
yeah,
same
we've
strategy.
actually made a cool game, well, gentlemen. This is
And then
Yeah,
fan stealing the show.
is that the last one? we
How
got to?
common?
okay.
Yeah,
So
we've-
utilities, there's 2 of them.
1
Fan
to 2
stealing show
shots.
doesn't happen a lot.
I was gonna, yeah,
1
I was
to
thinking
2
like-
shots.
I think we can do something interesting, like because fan stealing the show very much depends on what they do and context and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It could be anything from like streaking all the way down to just like a funny sign. So I think like the range of things a fan can do is so wide that I think it should be the players decide how many shots everyone has. That the player who owns it decides when it happens how many shots everyone gets based on like how ridiculous the thing is.
It's player's choice. It's a player's choice number of sips.
Yeah. Player's choice, and if they try to abuse it, there can be a veto from the rest.
Yeah, exactly.
Of the
Like
group.
ultimately, just say
You're
no, I'm
being
not fucking
ridiculous.
doing that. Like
He just put
Like,
down a poop emoji
yeah.
on his phone. That is not 20 waterfalls simultaneously.
No, it's like it's
You
the
know.
same as with any drink. If you're gonna be a dick about it, then don't be.
Plus,
because
I
no one's
think
gonna
the
play it with you.
utilities tend to be undervalued.
They're
Yeah.
so
And so I think
overlooked
making it a
in-
rare thing, but making it a valuable thing, means that it will swap hands a load of times. When it does happen, it's super worth having the utilities.
Yeah. I love
Um,
this.
We've made the ultimate
This is a good drinking game.
dodger game.
This is,
Yeah.
we should go into game design, boys. This is two successful games we've built.
Yeah. And somebody who's
Wait, what was the other
working
one? The
on
card? The
The
card
card
game? That was not,
that
it was
that
not even
worked.
close to
card game.
successful.
That balanced itself out. It was fine.
We gave it a rating of shh.
Well, we got a bit silly, but you know,
got a bit.
it was early days back
Do you
then.
remember?
It was
was early
all
days.
fine apart from how the actual,
actual
card
money-
game functioned.
There was some solid.
The
game
cards
design
were
in
fine.
there was some solid like interaction and mechanics within that.
I suppose
Much
so.
like we've done in this.
This is a lot better.
Yeah, this is because this is a lot more grounded.
We should put this up.
Yeah.
This deserves to be spread around. This is fun.
Yeah.
Let's get it going.
This
Get
is
it
fun.
We need to make this a real
I
one
can't
for a
wait
game.
to
This
test
is
this.
I can't wait to
get
test
it out
this.
there. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Should we build a board game, boys?
Oh my god, shut up. Next, we're gonna start a Kickstarter. You fucking watch.
Yeah.
The official Drunkopoly official drinking game esports rules.
Oh, the name is we can fix the name. I think
We'll
we
fix
can
the
do
name
something
in
with this
post,
name, right?
yeah. There's gotta
I
be
quite
a
like. I like this as a placeholder. And if we have to sell the game in future with its own,
I think we can spell out
placement.
something like gamer and make it because that's got Monopoly in it, that's got esports in it, that's got
No.
rules in it.
But I think the
It's the
point was
go
we
and make
can use
everybody
the
rap
word
game.
Monopoly.
It's the gamer game. It's the go and make everybody raucous. The go
That's-
and make everybody.
So that's
Crop.
a second try for you now, I think.
Oh, I'll add it to the notepad.
Oh.
It's on the list of potential
To be
names.
fair,
I don't
before-
care.
Before we wrap this up, we do have a new segment that we're trialing, which is an anagram with a matagram. Matt will be giving us an anagram off the top of his head.
An anagram.
We've discovered Matt's superpower, and it's anagrams. Not anagrams,
Yeah.
acronyms.
Acronyms.
You're an
So,
idiot, Chris.
You
matagram,
need to
what's
give
your
me a word,
anagram?
and I will
It's
add
not an
to it.
anagram.
You want an anagram?
No, he doesn't.
Today's anagram is gamer.
Okay, yeah.
Give us an
anagram for
the
gamer.
word gamer.
Give all my enemas rosé.
Give all my enemas responsibly.
Yeah.
Give all my rose.
Right then. There's a
Well.
lot you can do with gamer because
Yeah, it's
you've
a
got give, get, go,
Yeah.
grant,
Go away,
Go on.
mum. Esports.
rule.
Rule.
Esports rules.
Anyway,
There we
thank
go.
you very
Team
much
effort.
for watching the official FTR1 podcast. It's very, very nice for you to listen in if this is your first episode, which it probably will be. We don't have any other episodes about. But yeah, I think we're doing very well here. Remember, drink safe.
Drink aware.
When the fun
Drink
stops,
aware,
stop.
please.
When the fun stops. Crack out. No, I'm not.
No.
When the fun stops, Listen to
Go
the
back to the
FTR1
off-license.
podcast.
Sorry, no, can't say.
So, in terms
the
of
fun stops,
advertising,
pass
my
go
name is
and
Astral
collect
Fisher.
your-
I am on Twitch under Astral Fisher. Astral Fisher. Pots and pans.
Hello. SoundCloud. It's there. Music. No acronyms.
Jack.
Or anagrams.
No acronyms are. I've got an itchy head. Do you know that? It's well itchy. I've been itching all day. I don't know what it is. Anyway, bye.
Thank you for advertising your itchy head. Bye.
You can like and subscribe my itchy heads. Smash that. Pound that
Bell.
like button into the floor.
And fade
Fucking
out.
grab your monitor and
Just
smash it
smash
into
your monitor to
monitor.
bits, please. And give us a good review on iTunes, even though we're not on iTunes.
Yeah.
Anyway, bye bye.
We'll be on things soon.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas.